market, we go to public places to sensitize people on how to be fire safety cautious.
Plateau State government officials inspect Jos Terminus main market, assure traders affected by Tuesday night fire of support in mitigating the effects of the incident. Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu harps on accelerating economic diversification through industrialization, inaugurates Community ICT Center. Nasarawa State government convenes expanded security meeting, adopts far-reaching measures over attacks in boundary communities. Hello and welcome to the News Desk at 3 on NTN News 24. We are reaching you live from Abuja. I am Chinenye Nwoye. The Plateau State government is assuring traders affected by the late Tuesday night fire at Jos Terminus Market of its support in mitigating the effects of the incident. The State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Joyce Loa Renamdap, stated this in Jos after inspecting the level of damage. Ndeyang Adeyaba Gang reports.
Reacting to the fire incident that led to the destruction of properties worth millions of naira, the Plateau State government expressed deep sadness and sympathy over the incident, describing it as a devastating blow to the state's economy and share in the grief of those that suffer losses. After inspecting level of damage, the state government is calling on all market stakeholders to work together in prioritizing safety and implementing necessary measures to avoid recurrence of such incidents.
We will meet with the traders to get the details of what has happened, the number of shops that have been affected by this fire incident, and then the possible ways that we can come to the aid of the victims of this unfortunate inferno.
Meanwhile, the acting state controller, Federal Fire Service Plateau State Command, says the command will increase awareness on preventable measures to check incidences of fire outbreak in markets.
One of the major mandates of the Federal Fire Service is to create awareness, fire safety awareness. So we go to markets, we go to public places to sensitize people on how to be fire safety cautious.
The fire incident is the third since 2002, when fire destroyed the Jos main market, adjudged to be the largest in West Africa. Since then, efforts to rebuild the market has not been successful. In Jos, Ndenyan and Abagang, NTA News.
To maintain peace and orderliness, security agencies have been deployed to Jos Terminus Market, where property worth millions of naira has been gutted by fire. Ndenyaga Adeyabajang again reports.
A late-night fire has razed shops at the popular Terminus Market in Jos. All attempts by the firefighting authorities to put out the fire proved unsuccessful. Goods and other valuables worth millions of naira were destroyed in the inferno, with no casualty recorded. Government officials were at the scene to ascertain the level of destruction, though there is no official statement on the cause of the fire. Meanwhile, as at the time of filing this report, security agencies have been deployed to the Jos main market to maintain law and order, where property worth millions were lost in the late-night fire. The chairman of the Jos main market is calling for calm as efforts are ongoing to ascertain the level of damage.
We should be calm, and by God's grace, we are pleading to the government. Let the government intervene so that at least the pressure will come down.
I am a businessman, almost 25 bill. Me I dey sell.
How much did you lose?
Me I dey lose from 12 million to 13 million.
In Jos, Ndenyan and Abagang, NTA News.
Nigerian Navy ship NNS Pathfinder says it rescued 99 passengers from a mishap involving a market boat in a head-on collision with a barge en route Akulutoru local government area of Rivers State. A statement signed by Commander NNS Pathfinder Commodore Kajetan Aniaku notes that the incident happened in Tuma, some 300 meters away from Naval Security Station NNS 35 along the Bukuma Rivers axis. Operatives of NNS Pathfinder deployed to the Naval Security Station 35 in collaboration with other 4 naval gunboats launched a coordinated search and rescue operation, leading to the rescue of all 99 passengers on board. The Nigerian Navy in the statement added that despite the challenging conditions, the operatives acted effectively towards the successful rescue of lives and a vast maritime disaster in the state. Commodore Aniaku stressed that the exceptional composure, timely intervention, and bravery displayed by the Naval Rescue Team is worthy of commendation. The Nigerian Navy notes that under the leadership of incumbent CNS Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, it will continue to ensure the security and safety of mariners within the nation's maritime. The Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy has distributed 3,500 life jackets in demonstration of its commitment and proactiveness to safeguard the lives and livelihoods of the populace who rely on inland waterways for transportation and sustenance. Husseina Musa reports that Minister of Marine and Blue Economy Adeboyega Adetola flagged off the marine safety awareness sensitization and distribution of the life jackets in Minna, Niger State capital.
The needless loss of lives and livelihoods as a result of inland waterways accidents across the country, Niger State inclusive, informed the need for the life-saving initiative. The drive, which is in tandem with the Renewed Hope agenda, is committed to safety awareness campaigns and distribution of life jackets in communities bordering waterways.
We should appreciate the need to put on the life jacket. It's not for decoration. People to be able to use the life jacket for their safety and the safety of others. I believe that they could always supplement that. The state government should be able to provide some, additional support. Always looking forward to being able to standardize the standard of boats being used. The rickety boats have to be phased out.
Your presence today underscores the federal government commitment to safeguard the lives and livelihood of our people who depend on inland waterways for transportation, commerce, and sustenance.
Aside the benefiting states across the country getting 3,500 life jackets each, a committee has been constituted to review all recorded waterways tragedies, identify systemic and operational deficiencies, and propose transformative and far-reaching measures to eliminate accidents, as well as enhance safety standards across the country's inland waterways. In Minna, Husseina Musa, NTA News.
President Bola Tinubu's vision to accelerate economic diversification through industrialization and digitalization has hit another milestone with the inauguration of a community ICT center in Ibadan, Oyo State. The center, built by the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, in collaboration with the Renewed Hope Initiative, was inaugurated by Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu. State House correspondent Adeni Taiwo reports.
The collaboration between Renewed Hope Initiative and National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, has proved formidable over time, delivering digital skills and resources to empower women and youth across the country. Their partnership is on the march again in Oyo State with the establishment of its third community ICT center located at Oladipo Alayonde School of Science, Okebola, Ibadan. Defying a downpour to inaugurate the center, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu notes that the intervention will further expand digital access to Nigerians, providing them with what they require to acquire ICT skills.
The knowledge of ICT serves as a significant tool for empowering communities, especially women, enabling them to break traditional barriers and access new opportunities. By equipping themselves with ICT skills, women and girls can enhance their educational prospects, participate in global economy, and support their families. Other digital economy centers have been fully equipped with computers and ICT materials in 5 states. I urge members of this community to take full ownership of this center. The success of this center depends on your active participation and utilization of the resources available.
You must live today knowing that the future belongs to you. Community hubs of this sort serves as a launchpad for young people to acquire globally relevant digital skills, to build startups and digital enterprises, to create solutions for our communities, but also to compete on the global stage as well.
We have worked with the Ministry of Education. We have digital literacy and skills curriculum, and they are infusing it as part of our formal education before end of this year. We want to see a cross-pollination between the school and the community.
While pointing out that Nigeria cannot rely on oil resources alone, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde applauded the intervention, noting that the ICT Center and others like it are critical to entrepreneurial development among Nigerians.
IT, AI, that is the road to the future. And I'm glad that under the Renewed Hope Initiative, you've brought this to Oyo State. I can give you the assurance, ma, that we will take full advantage.
Elsewhere in Ibadan, the First Lady met with Oyo State Traditional Rulers Council, led by the Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Hakeem Abimbola Owade. At the meeting, she rolled out plans by initiative in the health sector and sought their support. From Ibadan in Oyo State, Adeni Itaiwo, NTA News.
Following renewed attacks in neighboring communities of Plateau, Benue, Kogi, and Kwara states that claimed lives and other security challenges in parts of Nasarawa state, the state government convened expanded security meeting where far-reaching measures were adopted to address insecurity in the state. Aliyu Tijani reports.
The expanded security meeting also has in attendance local government chairmen, traditional rulers among other stakeholders, as Governor Sule commends security agencies for their prompt response in tackling security issues. Governor Sule said recently there were influx of migrant headers into the state who were dislodged from neighboring states and they moved to some local government. The reason for the invitation of the chairmen and traditional rulers of the affected communities is to discuss the modalities on their stay. Governor Sule says he will liaise with his neighboring state counterparts while traditional rulers in boundary communities are to strengthen peace engagement with their subjects.
There is increased effort by the security agencies as well as these other 3 northwestern states that I have briefed you earlier, and of course now our neighbors. So for us, we believe very strongly that some of these people will run into Nasarawa state, and it is better for us to quickly sit down and be proactive rather than waiting after something happens before we begin to take an action.
Already, security personnel have been drafted and deployed to Flashpoint to curtail further attacks as residents of the state have been enjoined to report any suspicious activity. Governor Sule said the issue of security has been matter of national discourse with emphasis for a collaborative effort towards tackling the security challenges along state boundaries, among other flashpoints. In Lafia, Aliu Tijani, NTA News.
Working towards a Nigeria of everyone's dream, strengthening the rule of law, advancing gender inclusion, and accelerating infrastructure development across the nation is of utmost priority to President Tinubu's administration. This is coming from the Minister of State for Works, Mohammed Bello Goronyo, who received the delegation of the Nigerian Bar Association MBA Sokoto branch and the MBA Women's Forum, who are on a courtesy visit at his office. Usman Zubairu reports.
was to foster the spirit of mutual respect and collaboration, with discussion centers on strengthening partnership, building capacity, and advancing shared national goals. Welcoming the delegation, the Minister of State for Works, Bello Muhammad Goranyu, who is a member of NBA Sokoto branch, described the association as his first family and praised their dedication to legal excellence and national development. He noted that the Tinubu's administration's renewed hope agenda is firmly rooted in justice, equity, and inclusive governance. He emphasized the administration's belief in harnessing the potential of all citizens, regardless of gender, to build a prosperous Nigeria.
President is well committed to the renewed hope agenda, and we as his good soldiers continue to support you and promote whatever you are doing for the interest of Nigeria.
Speaking on behalf of the NBA Women's Forum, State Lead Aisha Abdullahi Ilu highlighted the forum focus on creating an enabling environment for female legal professionals and advocating progressive legal reforms that would benefit Nigerian women.
Because of disparity we may encounter here and there in the society, NBA Women Forum is there from 5 years.
So we look at the in-house crisis that women face, the discriminations, the hidden biases that women face in the legal profession, in the judiciary, and even female lawyers in the academics. So that is what we basically address as lawyers, and to see how we can empower women for success in their various chosen careers.
The Minister and NBA Women Forum Sokoto branch pledged to bridge the gap between public institutions and civil society groups in the pursuit of justice, accountability, and good governance. Usman Zubairu, NTA News.
This is the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. We'll take a break here. There'll be more reports when we return this day.
Baffy Furniture Easter Sales is on. Enjoy unbeatable furniture deals with up to 50% off on our luxurious Turkish sofas starting from just 2.8 million naira. Get a smart bed for only 7 million naira plus 25% off our luxury collections. That's not all. Enjoy free delivery and installation in Abuja, Lagos, Enugu, and Kano. Visit any of our showrooms or shop online to take advantage of these incredible offers.
Many thanks for staying on. Kano State Government is intensifying efforts to decongest the ever-busy state capital by developing new modern cities. In a recent development, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf has begun relocating certain official activities to a newly activated office annex in one of these emerging urban centers. Abdullahi Mustafa reports.
Established 12 years ago, Konkosia City is a low-density urban settlement designed to offer a serene environment for both residential and administrative use. The master plan also made provisions for diplomatic missions and recreational facilities. While most of the houses in the city have already been acquired by private individuals, only a small number are currently inhabited. In response, the state government recently issued a 3-month ultimatum to property owners to occupy their residences or risk having their ownership revoked. As part of efforts to encourage settlement and demonstrate commitment to urban development and city decongestion, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf has begun using the Governor's Lodge located in the city for official functions.
We did this purposely so that we can encourage people, especially the owners of the houses that are located within this city, to be able and to be encouraged to pack into the city.
The governor disclosed that such activities will continue to be held in Konkosia City to demonstrate the government's seriousness in transforming the area into a functional urban hub. In Kano, Abdullahi Mustafa, NTA News.
With the federal government's drive to steer the economy towards non-oil-driven exports, exports remains a key sector in this strategy. Experts on NTA's program Good Morning Nigeria seek improvement in data collection to boost exports both within and outside the African trade zone. Daniel Aderie tells us more.
I just did a press briefing on the first quarter of 2025. We grew quarter against quarter by 24.7%. Now, this is not the whole story. This is just documented non-oil export.
While the Nigerian Export Promotion Council has reeled out figures hinting at the improved export across the country, the narrative on agribusiness SMEs is a bit different. These group of businesses believe the bane of their challenges is mostly hinged on the irregularity of market pricing index.
When we go to the markets to buy, how do these buyers get into our country to buy? You are negotiating for 1 naira. Somebody is telling you, I'll pay you 250 kobo. For the same thing, you are negotiating for 1 naira.
How do you make
and they
profit?
have the money. And because of that, the instability in our pricing is eating deeply into our business.
NEPC, as far as I'm concerned, is an enabler. They are in charge of export promotion. It is their responsibility to give us information, to access to markets. Because they have people scattered all over the world to give us information. But what we exporters do with that information is our own business.
If you said, okay, Nigerian is exporting such items, which you itemize them, then give us the inventory of the farmers. Where are the farmers? Where are the farmlands? Which amount of variety of that item we are talking of that they farm that year? We should have data of all this.
They further reiterated the need for improved synergy and better collaboration amongst agencies in the export sector, which they noted is necessary for the ease of doing business. In Abuja, Daniel Aderiye, NT News.
Primary healthcare experts have echoed the urgent need for solarization in primary healthcare facilities across the country to prevent mortalities during and after child delivery, aside the call against quackery in the system. Oyemi Ajayi reports that the experts emphasize the need to close the health gap, whereby the vulnerable can have unhindered access to healthcare unperturbed. While reiterating the plan of the Association of Public Health Physicians of Nigeria of ensuring PHCs are accessed across Nigeria, the president of the association said the narrative must change beyond the 3% PHCs with adequate prerequisites for health services.
Felt at all levels of government. So one of the major pillar commitment of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is to reduce, or I would say accelerate reduction of maternal mortality. And those efforts have been put in place, through expansion of the financing mechanism.
We are lucky at this point that the local government have autonomy. So first and foremost, we work with the local government authorities to see that they understand what it takes to implement primary care at that level. We are going to synergize good partnerships across institutions, across groups, to see that we have a common agenda to address some of these issues.
That if health must improve, child and maternal mortality must end, while pointing out the fact that 80% of health problems can be addressed in the community level. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has ordered the EFCC to perfect the processes of the ongoing administrative bail granted to Aisha Achimugu within 24 hours. Justice Inyang Ekwu gave the order when the businesswoman honored the court's order that she should appear before the court on 30th of April 2025. Aisha Achimugu, who is yet to be arraigned, was declared wanted in March 2025 by the EFCC for alleged criminal conspiracy and money laundering to the tune of more than 8 billion naira involving oil block deal. Justice Ekwu adjourned the matter to the 2nd of May for parties to come back and report on the progress made regarding the court order. A newly launched application to ease the burden of transportation for staffers within the civil service has been awarded the best initiative by head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Didi Walson-Jack, at the 5th Public Service Innovation Competition in Abuja. Ayodeji Makinde reports that this is one of ongoing collective commitment to transformation in federal ministries, departments and agencies.
With 2025, the final lap of Federal Civil Service Strategy and Implementation Plan, FCIP, under the theme, Year of Accomplishment, MDA's key into scientific and technological innovation to strengthen the foundation for a future-ready workforce in digital economy. Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Didi Walson-Jack, joined by two of her predecessors, acknowledges the determination to inspire change. 155 entries, 132 ideas, 228 individuals, now formed into 66 unique groups, are effecting changes with different paces to build a citizen-centered model for effective service delivery.
These digital innovations are more than technical solutions. They represent a paradigm shift toward a civil service that is data-driven, citizen-centered, and future-focused.
We are quick to give people queries when they don't do well. I'm glad that every year we gather and also commend those who have made positive changes and innovations in the civil service.
This is not how we used to do it, so we must go that way. But I'm glad that the young ones coming behind, who are digital-minded, are bringing in innovation.
After a rigorous and transparent process with judges from the USA and Nigeria, Team Carpooling's innovation, an app created exclusively for civil servants with financial and non-financial options to ease transportation, won the 2025 Public Service Innovation Competition and a prize of 5 million naira. The innovation competition, initiated in 2020, is a cornerstone of reform methods at unlocking new possibilities for citizens' engagement, culture of innovation and drive performance for a more accessible public service. In Abuja, Ayodeji Makinde, NTA News.
And that concludes the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Chinenye Oye.